friends, today I'll talk about the first house of your horoscope. Do subscribe to my channel, and if you want consultation, the number is there in the video description. Friends, the first house is the house of your personality. The first house is the house of the self, your identity. In the natural zodiac, that is in the chart of the Kalpurush, the lord of the first house is Mars, because we have the sign Aries there. So first house is the house of your body. Yes, your physical appearance, your body made of flesh and blood. Friends, first house is also the house of your energy. Yes, self-confidence and courage also. And friends, because Mars is the lord of the first house, so first house shows the beginning, the beginning of a new life, because it also signifies your birth. Yes, so the sign, the zodiac sign that was rising in the eastern horizon at the time of your birth, that sign is the sign that rules your first house, and that is your ascendant sign. You should also see who is the lord of your ascendant sign and how that planet is placed in your chart. That planet is your ascendant lord. Now friends, in the natural zodiac, the significator of the first house is Sun. So the first house is also the house of your health, immunity, again self-confidence. It is the house of your soul. It is the house of your personality, and hence it is the house of body, mind and soul. It also shows your mental temperament, your thought process. Yes, and also how you look, the body you were born with, your physical, appearance. The first house, it reflects your life, your entire personality. Now friends, if we apply the concept of Bhavat-Bhavam, which is there in Parashari astrology, then the first house is 7th from the 7th house. Yes, 7th house is the house of your spouse. So we can say that in a way you are also a reflection of your spouse or better half. Yes, you are also a reflection of your life partner. That also we can say. Now 7th house is also the house of, first house is the self, 7th house is the world, how you face the world. So even your social image is seen both from the 7th house, and now we know that we can also definitely, look at your social image or public image even from the first house, because first is nothing but 7th from the 7th house. Now friends, first house, you need to look at which sign is ruling. So that will be that lord of that sign, that planet will be your ascendant lord, or which planet is seated in the first house. Then your ascendant is in which nakshatra, that is also very important. In which nakshatra it is placed. Yes, where is that nakshatra lord in the chart, or star lord, that is also important. Then friends, let us now quickly go, one by one, and let us see what will happen if, a certain planet is either placed or rules the first house. First, let us go to Sun. If in the first house, Sun is seated, or you have the sign Leo and Sun is the lord of the first house, and if Sun is in good dignity, then the native will be self-confident, will be a little egoistic, yes, but the native, will also have a spiritual bent of mind, will have an inclination also later on in life to acquire spiritual knowledge. Yes, the native will love to, first house represents your life. So that is where his soul is. The native will have a deep desire to live his life on his own terms, with a sense of confidence. And he will be benevolent also, because Sun is the king. Leo is also the sign ruled by the Sun, and Sun is in a way the king, just as Moon is the queen. Yes, and Mercury is considered to be the prince. So Sun is like a king. So if Sun is in good dignity, he will be merciful, benevolent towards others. He will have compassion. He will think about the greater good of everyone, of the society also, while maintaining his own self-esteem. That is very important. If Sun is not in good dignity, the native may be a little arrogant. A sense of false pride may be there. Yes, that also may be there. He may be very self-centered. Now friends, let us go to the next planet, Moon. If your first house is ruled by Cancer sign, or if Moon is seated in the chart, then what results you will expect? If Moon is in good dignity, then the native will be emotional, caring, nurturing. The native will be helpful towards others, will have a tendency to provide nourishment to his near and dear ones, will have a caring attitude towards others, and will be emotional. Yes, and also will be intuitive, may also be very creative. If Moon is not in good dignity, then the native may be very sentimental, may be hypersensitive. Yes, the native may be, if Moon is not in good dignity, then the native also, may be a little nervous, or he may be gripped by some sense of nervousness or fear if Moon is not in good dignity. Because then what will happen? The mind is afflicted. Moon represents the mind. Yes, the native may not be very caring towards others. That also may happen. Now friends, usually if the native is a Cancer ascendant, then the native loves his home, his family very much. Yes, that is seen. He may not have many friends, but he may have a few friends, but then they are very loyal. Because a Cancer ascendant, is seen that he, usually he loves to stay at home. He is a little introvert also. He loves his family. These are the general attributes of a Cancer ascendant. And if Moon is in good dignity, then also you can expect these results. Next, let us go to Mars. If Mars is seated and if Mars is in good dignity, then the native will be courageous. The native will be energetic, full of zeal and enthusiasm, the desire to begin new things. He will have ambition, desire. He will be disciplined. If Mars is not in good dignity, then there may be a lack of purpose in life. Yes, like Mars is considered to be debilitated in Cancer, because Cancer is a zodiac sign, which is ruled by Moon, and Moon stands for emotion. Mars doesn't believe so much in being emotional. Mars believes in being active. Mars doesn't believe so much in thought. Mars believes in action. So, if Mars is in good dignity, the native will be active, energetic, but otherwise there may be a lack of energy, a lack of purpose, or a lack of desire. That also we can say, if Mars is not in good dignity. Then friends, you have to look at the zodiac sign also. Say you're an Aries Ascendant, Aries is also ruled by Mars, then the native will be, very energetic, courageous, all the good qualities you can expect. He may be a little impulsive in his actions, that also you can say. But he will be courageous, energetic. He will have the desire to, do something in life, to begin new things. If the person is a Scorpio Ascendant, Scorpio sign is also ruled by Mars, then the native will be a little secretive. He also might be revengeful. It might be difficult for him to let go of things. He might be a little revengeful, secretive. But he will be a deep thinker. He'll be thoughtful. Yes. So if you're a Scorpio Ascendant, the person may not believe others. He'll be critical about others. He may doubt others. He'll be skeptical about others. That also we can say, Scorpio Ascendant. Now, but they are very intelligent and they are deep thinkers. Now, suppose, let us go to Mercury. Suppose Mercury is posited in the first house and Mercury is in good dignity. Person will be very intelligent, will have great communication skills. Yes, will have a great sense of logic and reasoning. Will have great grasping power, memory power, great memory power. Great at calculation, will be very calculating, very detail oriented. If Mercury is well posited, if Mercury is not well posited, then some problem in communication, may have weak communication skills. And also the native, may be gripped by, all kinds of, you can say, if Mercury is afflicted or not in good dignity, the native may be gripped by thoughts and ideas which are negative or even destructive or self-destructive. So it is very important to, improve your Mercury, because Mercury is the planet which gives you the ability to think, and definitely whatever we do in life is generally on the basis of what we think. So it is very important. Thought is the basis of everything. So Mercury is such an important planet. So friends, if you have the Virgo sign and if you're a Virgo Ascendant, Virgo is also ruled by Mercury, then the person is very systematic, detail oriented, is very particular about cleanliness. And the person is intelligent, yes. Virgo is also the sign of exaltation of Mercury. Will also have good communication skills. Virgo, they are very organized and they believe in, working consistently towards their goal. They even love to serve others. They believe in service also. That also we can say. Virgo Ascendant. They are also in a way adamant. They usually don't, listen to what others tell them, because they have a vision and they believe in, they believe in their own goal. They're very goal oriented and they achieve material success also in life. So they don't usually listen to others' advice. Virgo Ascendant. If you're a Gemini Ascendant, then the person will be very diplomatic and Aries sign, Gemini, so highly intelligent, will have great intellectual power, will be quick-witted to understand everything, anything and everything. We will have a great sense of wit and humor. Gemini Ascendant, very diplomatic, very balanced judgment, and also you can say that, they can be very good at business. Even, Virgo Ascendants also, they have great business skills. And Gemini Ascendants, they are also good businessmen. They are also, because Mercury is a planet, which shows business acumen. Because it is the planet of intelligence, logic and reasoning, calculation. So definitely business. They will have great communication power, Gemini Ascendant. The power to, disseminate their thoughts and ideas. That also they have, Gemini. They may be dual also in nature, Gemini. They are known for their duality. They are also sometimes regarded to be double-faced. They may maintain double standards. If they are doing so for a good cause, it's fine. But if they are doing so to harm others, then it is not good. So for that you have to check the dignity of Mercury in the chart. If Mercury is in good dignity in the chart, then definitely they will not, they will have this sense of duality, but they will not have the intention to harm anybody. You have to look at the dignity of Mercury. Next, let us go to, friends, Venus. If Venus is placed in the first house, if Venus is in good dignity, the native is likely to be good looking, beautiful, will also be sensual, will also have a desire for sensual pleasure, for romantic love. Yes, will have the desire to build relationship, even acquire wealth also, because Venus also shows wealth, material prosperity. So Venus will be good at fine arts, will be a lover of fine arts. So if Venus is placed in the first house. So if Venus is not in good dignity, then the person may be addicted to sex. That also we can say, if Venus is not in good dignity. And he may get into trouble because of, any kind of illicit relationship with someone. So we need to check how Venus is placed. Suppose you are a Taurus Ascendant. Taurus is also ruled by Venus. Then the person will be hardworking, goal-oriented, will like to lead a comfortable life, but then the native will be very creative and very hardworking if the native is a Taurus Ascendant, and will believe in moving towards his goal. Yes, and definitely will have the desire to attain material prosperity in life, material success, that is have the desire to live a life of comfort and luxury also. If you are a Libra Ascendant, then you will also be very balanced in your judgment, in your relationships. You will know how to handle each and every relationship, whether it is your relationship with your boss in the office, or whether it is the relationship with your life partner. You will know how to deal with relationship if Venus is in good dignity in the chart and you're a Libra Ascendant. Yes. Then Libra Ascendant, it is also ruled by Venus. So you may also have a desire, you may be driven by a desire for sex and love, romantic love, a desire to indulge in romantic relationships. You may be driven by that desire. Libra Ascendant, Libra is also the sign of any kind of relationship. It could be even a business relationship. because in the natural zodiac, Libra rules the 7th house of independent business or partnership business. So the native may be very good at, any kind of partnership business, especially, we can say that. So he will know how to deal with his business partners also. So if you're a Libra ascendant, that also we can say. And Libra is a sign in which Saturn gets exalted. So we can also say that definitely if Venus is in good dignity and if Saturn is also in good dignity in the chart, the native will be very hardworking. Will be very hardworking also, Libra ascendant. And will have long-term goals in mind, because it is a sign of exaltation of Saturn. Long-term goals, far-sighted. And the native will be successful, very successful in the long run. Successful in building interpersonal relationships, successful in his business or partnership business, successful in his, marital life or in his, romantic relationship. He'll be successful in life, in both personal and professional life, if Saturn and Venus are in good dignity and you're a Libra ascendant. Now friends, let us go to the next zodiac sign, which is, the next planet, that is Jupiter. If Jupiter is in your first house, then the native will love to seek knowledge, will love to acquire knowledge, wisdom. The native may love to read something and learn and go deeper and deeper into the subject, and will acquire mastery over the subject, and will love to gain more and more knowledge and wisdom. If Jupiter is there, the native also, and if Jupiter is in good dignity, the native will believe in religion. He will have faith in God. He will be very dutiful also. He'll be a responsible person. So all that and he will be fortunate in the long run if Jupiter is in good dignity. If Jupiter is not in good dignity in the first house, then he may have a troubled marital life, because Jupiter's aspect will fall on the 7th house. That also we can say. And he may not, have faith in God. He may not believe in his own religion. He may not believe in his duty if Jupiter is not in good dignity. If Jupiter is in good dignity, the native may turn towards spirituality, will definitely turn towards spirituality after the age of 40, that is in the later part of his life. He will turn towards spirituality or spiritual knowledge. Now friends, suppose you have the sign of Sagittarius in the first house. Sagittarius is also ruled by Jupiter. Then the native is goal oriented. The native is, very dutiful, religious. Even dutiful, towards his father, his family. Believes in God, in his duty very much. And the native is fortunate also in the long run. Especially if you're a Sagittarius ascendant and if Jupiter is in good dignity in the chart or is more or less well placed in the chart, then the native becomes fortunate in life. Then friends, if you are a Pisces ascendant, then also the native is compassionate. Pisces is also the zodiac sign ruled by Jupiter. It is the sign of faith in the Almighty. So Pisces, that also makes you very religious and spiritual, especially if Jupiter is in good dignity and you are a Pisces ascendant, then the native will be very spiritual. He will have a desire to be charitable towards others. He will believe in charity. He'll be compassionate. The native also may be gripped by some sense of fear unknown fear, and he may have a tendency to escape reality. If Jupiter is in good dignity, then definitely you're a Pisces ascendant, you will become very spiritual. You will turn towards the spiritual path in life, and you will have a desire to help the needy, the unprivileged. You will be charitable towards them, and you will have deep faith in the divine energy called God. Now friends, let us go to the next planet, Saturn. If Saturn is placed, and if Saturn is in good dignity, the native will be very hardworking, diligent, just. The native, will believe in justice. The native will believe in, making efforts, will be goal-oriented, far-sighted, will be a deep thinker, will have great analytical skills, will have the ability to analyze everything deeply. So if Saturn is in good dignity, then he will have analytical skills. Now, if Saturn is not in good dignity, then the native may be deceptive, he may be secretive, he may love to remain in isolation, and also, even if Saturn is in good dignity, the native may be isolated from others, but then he will isolate himself for a good reason. If the Saturn is not in good dignity, then in isolation he may be engaged in things which are not constructive. So the native may isolate himself from his family, he may be very skeptical or very critical about others, very judgmental about others if Saturn is not in good dignity, very deceptive and all. If you have the Capricorn sign in the first house, if you are a Capricorn ascendant, Capricorn ascendants are usually very hardworking, goal-oriented. Capricorn is an earth sign, so they are very practical, grounded, realistic. They believe in working hard with a sense of perseverance and discipline to achieve their goal in life. Capricorn ascendants. So they are very task-oriented. So they believe in accomplishing their task, their target, their goal. They have great organizational skills, Capricorn ascendants. They are also intuitive, you can say, because they are, you can also say, Capricorn ascendant, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is also the natural significator of the 8th house. So even Capricorn ascendants, they have the ability to, think deeply, yes, and go to the root of any matter. Now friends, if you are an Aquarius ascendant, Aquarius is an airy sign, so that is, and Aquarius is also considered to be Saturn's Mool Trikon sign. So all the qualities that are there in Saturn, so those qualities will be present. All the positive things of Saturn will be there in an Aquarius ascendant. The native will have wonderful analytical skills, will have the ability to do research, investigation. They may be great detectives, researchers, scientists. They have great intellectual ability. Aquarius ascendant. They also have the desire to, help the poor and needy. They have a desire to form social networks, social groups. They may be part of social welfare organizations, and they may help the unprivileged. They have a sense of compassion for, the masses, especially the working class, the unprivileged section of the society. Aquarius ascendant. If provided Saturn is in good dignity in the chart, then definitely they will have a desire to serve and help the poor, old, sick and unprivileged. So they turn towards spirituality. And Saturn is also the sign of, is the planet of non-attachment and even spiritual liberation, because it is the natural significator of the 12th house of the chart of Kalpurush. So Aquarius Ascendants, you may turn towards spirituality also later on in life. Now friends, let us quickly go to Rahu and Ketu. If you have Rahu in the first house, and if Rahu is in good dignity, then you will have great intellectual power. Because Rahu is more or less like Saturn. He'll be a deep thinker, a great investigator, researcher. You can analyze people, you can analyze situations. You'll have great power of judgment, analytical skill. You will have great insights. You will be able to, get to the crux of any matter, get to the root of any matter. If Rahu is in good dignity, you may be very good at any kind of technology, because, if Rahu is in the first house, you may have great technical skills also. You may also have occult knowledge. You will believe in black magic also, or you will believe in occult studies, and you may have an inclination towards occult studies and occult powers, even occult knowledge like astrology. You will have some sort of curiosity towards that if Rahu is in good dignity in the first house. So Rahu is also the planet of expansion. Rahu will give you great growth and expansion in life also, if Rahu is in good dignity in the first house. Look at the nakshatra in which Rahu is placed and the sign in which Rahu is placed. That is important, where that sign lord is sitting and how. If it is well placed, Rahu will, give you all that you desire in life. Rahu is the planet of attachment and desires, just like Ketu is the planet of detachment. So your desires, will be granted later on in life if Rahu is in good dignity. If Rahu is not in good dignity, the native may be addicted to something. He may have all kinds of addictions, addiction to drinking, smoking, drugs and so on. So addiction. The native may be, in a world of illusion all the time if Rahu is not in good dignity. The native will be very skeptical about others. Even if Rahu is in good dignity, the native is skeptical because he wants to analyze everything. So naturally he will be skeptical about others, about anything in life. So he will not accept anything easily. So there will be some doubt always. And once he is satisfied that something is acceptable, then only he will accept, if Rahu is there. Yes, that desire to test people will be there, because it will be very difficult for him to trust anybody if Rahu is there. Now if Rahu is afflicted, then things may get worse. The native will be overly skeptical, will be a little too skeptical about everything, very critical, very skeptical, which will make him miserable actually. It will be difficult for him to hold on to anything in life, and that aspect will fall, Rahu's aspect will fall on the 7th house. That can even ruin his marital life and all. So if Rahu is not in good dignity, he may live in his world of illusion. So that is why you need to do the remedies for Rahu to save yourself from such a situation. And friends, lastly, if you have Ketu in the first house. You have to look at the sign and nakshatra in which Ketu is placed. If Ketu is well placed, the native will be spiritual, will be religious, will believe in spiritual or religious practices, will love to visit places of worship. If Ketu is in good dignity, the native, will turn towards spirituality in life, definitely. And also will be successful finally, in his venture, because Ketu is, the flag of victory. Initially, he might be a little confused about, what he should do in life. But then once he finds his purpose, if Ketu is in good dignity, the native will be very successful in life. If Ketu is not in good dignity, then the struggle will be greater. The native will not be able to find his purpose in life. He will be directionless, because Ketu is headless. Ketu only has the body. Rahu is the head. So that loss of direction, the loss of a sense of direction will be there. So that will remain actually if Ketu is not in good dignity. So he will not be able to figure out what he should do in life, what is the purpose of his existence. So he really needs the guide, a guide like Jupiter. He needs to seek, Jupiter is the guru. So he needs to seek the guidance of a guru or teacher who can help him to find the purpose of his life. If Ketu is not in good dignity, then only Jupiter can help Ketu. And Jupiter in real life is your guru or teacher or your spiritual guide. So friends, Ketu is also detachment. If Ketu is in the first house, and if Ketu will show that the native is detached to everything, to his, he may be detached from his family. He may not have any sense of attachment towards his work, detached from his work also, because Ketu is detachment or separation. So if you are detached because you are following a spiritual path, then it is a positive thing. If you are detached because you don't have a sense of direction in life, then it is not a positive thing, it is a dangerous thing. So if Ketu is not in good dignity, then you need to make your Jupiter very strong. How will your Jupiter be strong? Please follow my video on the remedies for Jupiter. How you will make your Jupiter strong. That is something you should know. So friends, if planets sit in the first house, then they will definitely influence your personality. And you have to look at which planet is sitting in the first house or which zodiac sign is ruling your first house. Then you will definitely know that how your personality is going to be like. So that's all for today. Do subscribe to my channel and share this video. Thank you so much.